We've all been watching on as record flooding ravages the central west of New South Wales. Homes never thought to be at risk were inundated in the town of Condobolin and under threat as the flood peak approaches on Monday. People and homes swept away at Eugowra, and in Forbes, the Lachlan River is still above major flood level and expected to remain there throughout the weekend after reaching another historic peak on Thursday night. 1,000 people were evacuated from Forbes, a town that's been inundated for weeks, if not months. And the Mayor of Forbes, Phyllis Miller, joins me now. Good afternoon to you, Mayor. So the latest situation with the river, I mean, it's barely receding at the moment. I was hearing that you're getting in rapid damage assessments in this weekend so people can hopefully start returning. What's going on this weekend in Forbes?
Yes, we're very excited because we are into recovery mode, which is always a great thing when you've been through such a devastating flood. We have got people coming in to do rapid damage assessments, and they will go through this afternoon. They started and all day tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll bring the recovery people in behind that to help people get their homes back in order. Unfortunately, though, this is Forbes. The rest of my shire is now getting the peak down in Badgerabong, Coronella, Warroo, and all of those communities down west of us.
Yep. And that, you know, the flood peak heading towards Condobolin as well and that sort of thing. So there's still a big threat for those communities downstream, isn't there? Are you concerned also about the forecast this weekend? We've got this front moving through. There is a potential for some pretty gusty thunderstorms producing rain in pockets. What are you hearing from the ground, and are you concerned about it?
I am concerned about it. I can't possibly think that it could happen 3 times in a row or 4 times. This will be the 4th major flood we've had in a month or a bit over a month. So I'm praying. It doesn't look good here. We've got a lot of cloud cover. It's pretty scary, actually. But our town is back as one. We've opened a gateway through from north to south, so people can get through and get food and do whatever, only for essential services. But it's so good that we're starting to become one community again.
Wow, that's amazing that you've been able to do that, considering that the river level is still above major. So to get those access points so people can get in and out, and as you say, the supplies, getting those into town as well, no doubt has been a bit of an issue.
Yeah, the river height is amazing that it's still as high as it is. And that would be the water that had to come out of Wangla earlier in the week. The town water, we've got an area of the river that breaks out at Southern Cross, and that water breaks out and it comes and circles the town, does not go past the Iron Bridge, but comes into the town centre. So it's really quite bizarre the way we flood. And that water in town is happily... we're getting rid of it as we speak.
Yeah. Mayor, what's going on with Wangla Dam? Have they slowed down releases now, or is it still releasing as much as it was, say, a week ago?
No, they're magicians. I've got to say, Kenny, I cannot fault state water in New South Wales. They are very mindful of how much water they let out. They've got rules that they have to obey because it's a consumptive use dam, so it's there for the irrigators, so they have to have it at a certain level at a certain time of the year. They have been unbelievable how they have been able to reduce those outflows, which they're down to, I think, around 10,000 today, megalitres, which is minimal. We're very lucky. We're very lucky for what they do for us.
Would you say that Wangla Dam has saved people this time around?
Every time we have a flood, in the last years ago, they never even spoke to us about their outflows. They now negotiate, consult. They consult a hell of a lot better than all the other bureaucrats that are involved in, flood recovery and looking after us while we're in a flood. I'll give them their dues. I think they have. I still think we need the wall dam to be raised, which will give us an opportunity to not only look after the people in the valley, but also the environment and the farmers.
Are you being told finally, Phyllis, how long it's going to take for river levels to, recede back to normal, and how long it's going to take to get the town back on its feet?
I think the town getting back on its feet, so once that water out of the lake system recedes, we can start to get into our recovery mode quite quickly. As far as the river water goes, we are saturated completely right throughout the Lachlan River, so that is going to take some time. We had been warned that our river would stay at high levels for some time. We'll get back on track, Kenny. We're very resilient out here, and I'm just excited that we're in recovery mode.
Yeah, after
please
so
God,
long.
it's not like last week. Last week we were in recovery mode and we went back into flood mode. So please God that doesn't happen this week. And I think our people are standing up quite tall in what's happened to us in the last three floods. I think a fourth one would. I think I'd go down too. I think I'd be struggling as well.
Mentally, it's very hard. Phyllis Miller, really appreciate your time, and we're thinking of you in Forbes. Thanks again.
Thanks very much, Ken.